There's my order. Excuse me.
If it's any of those, you can grab them.
Okay. Starbucks. Excuse me.
I mean, it is kind of a little bit, but I mean, okay, perfect. I think it's because I was focused on trying to help get things organized.
Yep, I'm still waiting. It's been going on almost 15 minutes now. Not that this is a great offer, but still, gee. I've seen people come in, place an order, and get their order, and leave. So, I don't know. Good morning. Half a day. Well, I've done 2 orders so far. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. It is now after 10 o'clock. When I started, it was just after 9. So I've been at it for just over an hour. But I had just done a pickup and a drop off on DoorDash for Starbucks. And when I first accepted the order, as you probably saw with the screenshot, if not, here it is. It was $8.25. So a couple of things with that was that was probably the longest I've waited at a Starbucks because I started filming right before I walked in the door, and when I looked at the timestamp from the time that I finally got the order, it was about 20 minutes. And so like I said, I've waited, probably about 10 minutes was probably the longest I waited at a Starbucks for an order. It was not exactly a huge order. It was 3 drinks and several pastries and stuff like that. So what I did notice, yeah, of course it's a Saturday and Starbucks is busy on the weekend, but they had several people working the front line. I watched, as you probably heard on that clip, I watched people walk in, place an order, and get their order before I even got mine. But what was interesting was at the time of drop off, and it shows what you're making at the end of it, it says $9. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It increased 75 cents, so I don't know what that was. Oh, looks like I'm getting something in on DoorDash. So yeah, it was a DoorDash offer that I ended up accepting. It's not the best offer, but I'm not going to complain because it's $13.75. It's here at Smoky Mo's, and I'm here, so let's go ahead and go pick it up. Smoky Mo's. Hi, DoorDash for Ria Jonet. All right, thank you. So that was nice that the order was waiting. It was a couple of breakfast tacos. I tell you, people see you backing out. You're pretty much halfway sticking out of the spot, and then they still want to try and drive by instead of letting you go. How rude. Oh boy. Okay. This line is probably waiting for Starbucks. Yeah, I'm at a different spot in town, picking up Smoky Mo's, and that Starbucks that I'm just drove by is crazy busy on the drive-thru. There's at least a dozen cars lined up. But speaking of Starbucks, that's, as I was saying, And that location that I did that pickup at, it's not the only restaurant that I've seen where they only have one person manning the for pickups. So you've got 3, 4, 5, however, manning the main line for the walk-ins. And sometimes even the drive-thru has maybe only 1 or 2 people working the drive-thru. But yeah. So I find it just a little frustrating. I mean, it's one thing, if you're picking up for Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever, whatever app. But if I were to place an order online, to save the time from having to wait, and I get there and still having to wait, I mean, knowing ahead of time that it's, it's busy because if I'm ordering for lunch or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys, especially if you do Uber Eats, DoorDash, Favor, if you're here in Texas, how many times do you go to do a pickup and you notice people walk in, place their order, and get the order before you do, and you've already been waiting there a few minutes? I'm on my way now to make this drop off. It says it's going to take about 12 minutes, and it's actually taking it to my neighborhood. I'm running solo today, so maybe I should call my hubby and say, you ready to work? But let's get this dropped off. Morning. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty. Moved on from DoorDash. Moved on to a different zone. And here at Walmart, got my first shopping offer. It's 2 customers and a total of about 24 items, I believe. And 4 miles, $22. So let's get in there. Let's get to shopping. Nope. That's probably why that's parked right there. There we go. 3rd time's the charm. Has this ever happened to you? I am so embarrassed. At the time of drop off, the customer proceeds to tell me that I had replaced the item for something different. So I was supposed to pick this. But Spark app had taken me to, the aisle where I ended up picking this. And the crazy thing is that it allowed me. It allowed me to substitute paper towels for toilet paper. Or, I'm sorry, the other way around. Toilet paper for paper towel. So that is so weird. I did end up advising the customer that she can set it up as a return and get a refund, so that way she can get the product that she originally wanted. Oh my gosh. Alright, I picked up this small shopping order. It's 8 items. 1.4 miles, $11. University. I don't know if I can come in. Nope. Nope. Now I have to contact the customer. Oh, that's cool. Hi. I got a delivery. Got another small shopping order at a different Walmart. Shopping for 13 items, less than a mile. One customer for just over $14. It's a mix of, I have to go to the health and beauty side and food side, but still. Oh, did I mention that I'm working on an incentive? If I can get in a minimum of 7 shopping orders today, I get an additional $24. If I do 8, then it goes up to 30. So this makes number 3. Going from this to this. Number 4. This one's a pretty quick one. It's only 3 items, 1 mile, $15. Let's get this done. Mambo number 5. This makes trip number 5 on my goal to, makes trip number 5, so I'll only at minimum need 2 more. This one's gonna keep me busy for just a little bit. 28 items. 2 customer shopping. It's over 4 miles, but it is paying $29, so. Woo! Guess what number this is? Number 6. I am 1 away from getting at least the first tier to this incentive, which I'll be okay with. But trip number 6, it's 19 items, 1 customer. It's less than a mile, and it's $25. Let's get to shopping. All right, have you been keeping track? Because I know I have. You guess what number this is? Number 7. Yes, I made the first tier. So after I get this one, I make an additional $24. It's pretty easy, and these are the ones that I really love doing. It's 2 items, less than 2 miles, paying $11. Yeah, so let's get in there and get to shopping. And like that, 2 minutes later, I got my stuff and headed to checkout. The dairy section in this store is in the back, so yep. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. As you probably noticed from the start of the shift, I actually worked about an hour and a half in our hometown before deciding to head to, this area where, we drive 35 minutes or so because we know we do better for Spark. With all the bumps on the road, it's moving. It's moving. So let me start high. So as we go further along, let's see what I'm working on, because this road is very bumpy. So as I was saying, we do travel to this area, which is about 35 minutes away from where we live, because we know we can do better when it comes to Walmart Spark. And and I can still multi-app down here using Favor, and occasionally, it's like once in a blue moon, I get something that's decent on Instacart. But so yeah, I did, an hour and a half at home, and we came out this way, and we ended up working from just before 12 o'clock till right before I started filming the ending of this. But in total we did 9.5 hours. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've actually been able to hit $300. So that's pretty cool. Definitely works towards our goal for the week. But it helped, one, the timing, because I worked on my incentives, and so did my husband, and the timing was just perfect when the offers were coming in. He had the easier ones for the most part, the ones that weren't too many items, but he did have a couple that were heavy. But I was getting a lot of the 2 customer. I did have a couple of them in there that were low items, 1 customer. So, but do I have any takeaways from today's shift? I'm going to blame it on this Texas heat for frying my brain. I've been doing Spark for almost a year now, so it's crazy that, some of these little mistakes that I'm doing are happening, almost a year into it. So, the mix-up that I had with substituting, the customer wanted toilet paper. It was the black and white brand. I don't know if that's actually Walmart's brand, the Great Value, but it's the black and white brand. The app took me to the spot where the paper towels was. So I didn't even think anything of it. The fact that in the app it said toilet paper, but I'm looking in front of me and it says paper towels, but it's because they look so much alike. I wasn't paying attention. So that was, my fault. And, I apologized to the customer, and, she told me it was okay. So I'm hoping she's not going to ding me, and either reduce my tip or give me a lower rating on it. But that's the reason why I also gave her the option, so that way she doesn't have to go anywhere, that she can go to the app and just set it up as a return for that 1 item, and she can get a refund, and then get the item that she was originally wanting, which was toilet paper. But still, I was so embarrassed. But for something like that to happen, it's the same thing as what happened a few days ago, where the customer came out within 2 minutes of me placing the order in front of the door, just got back into the car, and even though I verified, or at least I thought I did, I verified it in the app that I was going to be grabbing the right one, but I mistook the box that was in one of the bags for, it was a box of noodles, for the box of dog treats. So again, that was a mix-up on my part. And so my takeaway is, even when you're in a hurry, this is something I really have to make sure I'm being very mindful of, because again, we already know that items that they show in the app doesn't always look like the item you're looking for, so that can throw you off. Where it tries to send you the location, it might be a shelf off, or a modular, the modular might say that it's like on the 2nd or 3rd shelf, but it's probably on the bottom 2. And the other thing is that even when it comes to the UPC, there are times where I'm verifying the look, what exactly it is I'm looking for, from, if it's soup, the specific type of soup or whatever, it helps me verify the UPC to let me know for sure that, okay, this is what the customer wants. But I don't know how many times I've scanned an item that didn't match the UPC, didn't match what it was looking like from the app to what the actual product looked like, but yet it was accepted. So, and then just like with this situation that I had, sometimes the substitute has nothing has nothing to do with what the original item that the customer was wanting. So moving forward, I definitely need to make sure that I don't have any. This was the first time that I did that. So, and I don't want to have any other times that that's going to happen. So that's, I mean, especially if we are on a time crunch, we're trying to get stuff done, you know, it increases the chances of making a mistake. But again, when you have all those things working against you, the app taking you to the wrong location, the description doesn't look like anything like what it says, you know, so, but still, at least when it comes to the substitutions, let's just be very careful that we don't we don't substitute toilet paper for paper towels, because I don't think anyone wants to use paper towels as toilet paper. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. I hope you'll keep coming back and watching what goes on. But whatever you do, W-2 or gig work, make sure you guys get out there and make your money. But please make sure you stay safe. So until next time, I'll catch you on the next video. Adios for now.